Have you ever heard of a 1970s Montgomery Ward Trailmaster? It's a three-wheeler like this one, but normally when you find them, they look like these. Check out these pictures. This is probably a little more familiar. They've got this tubular frame. They're usually all rusty and busted. And normally you'd find them in your grandpa's shed or your dad's old childhood barn or something, covered in a foot of dust and blankets and old car parts. Well, that's exactly where we found this one. And the guy said, if you guys can get it running, you can have it. I just want somebody who can enjoy it. So we saw this thing and just fell in love with it. It's so unique and cool looking with the big knobby tires and the seat right next to the engine. We just had to have it. So we got it, we fixed it up, brought it to a local shop called Tint Masters Off-Road, and they helped us transform it from the 1970s version of what a three-wheeler is to a modern, modified trike. Now this is called the Montgomery Ward T555. It's also called the Trailmaster. It was made in the 70s in Nebraska by Montgomery Ward, and we tried to keep a lot of it as original as possible. So we have the original knobby tires, the original wheels, the whole frame is original. This front fender is original. We just upgraded it and modified it. So the wheels and the frame we powder coated. The front fender and the footwell we had covered in Line-X for durability. And this is something really cool. This is actually the original headlight pod. The bucket here is original, the brackets are original, we just use new stainless hardware. And this rubber retainer says speaker on it. It's made by JW Speaker, which is funny because this is a brand we already sell. The original headlight was a 4.5-inch round halogen light, and it was actually tied into the factory wiring on this thing. And we saw speaker, so we actually contacted them and we got a brand new bucket and the new upgraded LED version of the stock headlight. And we even have the original stickers reproduced. And if you go up to the handlebars, you can see we added a super bright Vision X LED off-road light mounted with a pair of Vision X tube mounts. The original handlebars were rubber, and we upgraded them with these black metal kind of hot rod Harley Davidson handlebar grips with pointed ends. And now we have a twist throttle instead of the original style throttle. Gives it a more modern driving experience. And we added a dirt bike style kill switch. Over here, we upgraded the brake handle to a single brake lever because it used to have one on each side for the left and right brakes, but now we have just one. So you can see we kind of kept the original style, but we really made it custom and wild. To power the new headlight and LED off-road light, we added a couple of GTR lighting, stainless steel LED halo switches. So you push it, the switch lights up red, and the light turns on. On the frame here, you can see we added a sticker. This is a reproduction of the original sticker. Tried to keep it as nostalgic and original as possible while still upgrading it and making it custom. In the center, we removed the flange that held the two parts of the frame together and welded it shut with some structural bracing. And to cover all that up and make it look cool, also to add some mass to the middle of this thing, because it used to just be a tube, we worked with a company in Idaho to make this custom MOLLE saddlebag system. So now we can have pouches for a water bottle, your cell phone, your wallet, so you can go ride this thing and not lose all your stuff. We also had a local company redo our seat in a waterproof vinyl. So it's a whole new seat, but it's based off the original design, so it looks stock, but it's 100% brand new. Also, we moved the seat back about 5 inches. It used to be here, but everybody's knees were hitting the handlebars, so we had to scoot the seat back. And that wasn't a big deal because we still had a bunch of room back here. Now on the back end with the engine, we wanted to keep the same original engine. So this is a Tecumseh HM80. It's a variation of the original 8 horsepower engine, but instead of using the one from the early 70s, we used one from the late 80s out of a snowblower. So not only do we have the carburetor primer that didn't exist in the original engine, but we also have this contraption for doing electric start. Hook an extension cord up to here, push the button, and it fires up for you. Now, if you don't want to use the electric start, we do have the pull cord, but instead of the original rubber handle one, we did a custom mounted Tricked Toys brand billet aluminum pull cord handle. And that style kind of matches the tough style of the handlebar grips. Also on the back end of the trike, in order to restore it, not just modify it, we had the bearings for the axle replaced with brand new ones. We also put all new brakes on it. So we have new brake pads and custom built brake cables. So this thing, it rolls smooth with all the new bearings, and it stops really well with all the new brakes. On the right side of the engine, you can see our custom built aluminum intake with a K&N filter with a shield. We used a new aftermarket adjustable carburetor so we can fine tune it for more performance. You can also see our wild, custom built by hand tubular exhaust with a mini bike muffler. And on top of the engine, we have a brand new custom built by hand gas tank. Really gives it that hot rod look. On the left side of the engine, we added a Vision X brand battery to power all the new lights, and we did a custom built battery box to hold it in place over even the roughest terrain. The last thing we did to this trike to make it work was we ordered a custom spec'd torque converter clutch to do the belt drive, and so now this thing will go about 35 miles an hour down a straight stretch on a tar road. On the bottom side of the engine, you can see a couple of custom mounted LED strips, and these are wired into the same circuit as our headlight. So when we turn the headlight on, we also get LED red driving lights. And the crown jewel on the back end of the hot rod trike is our super heavy duty swivel style monster hook from Monster Hooks. And this thing is obviously overkill, and that's the look that we were going for. I think it looks really cool with the big tires and the small frame. And you might think, why do you have a hook on a trike? Well, we normally carry around this bubber rope wrapped around the front so we can hook it up to the hook in the back, and now we can hook our monster rope up to just about anything. Or we could try to pull another vehicle out of the mud. So from Headlight Revolution, if you want lights for your small toys or your big toys, we can help. My name's Chris, and you can find more about us and our products at our website, www.headlightrevolution.com. And if you want to see more fun videos about toys, trucks, and lights, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.